It's Christmas, hello, and welcome to our special edition of Newsdesk. President Akufo-Addo delivers his final Christmas message to Ghanaians as he urges the nation to spread hope and kindness by reaching out to the less fortunate.
Share meals. Let us think of those who make our celebrations possible. The security personnel standing guard so we may celebrate in safety. The health workers caring for the sick.
Also, President-elect John Mahama expresses gratitude for the trust reposed in him to lead the country as he reaffirms his commitment to creating a nation that works for all in Christmas message. We'll also take you to various regions to capture the festive spirit and explore how Ghanaians are embracing the season of love and giving. Many thanks for choosing us. Merry Christmas to you. Do stay for details. Welcome back, and it's Christmas across Ghana. Citizens are joining the rest of the world to celebrate the birth of Christ with joy and gratitude. The day, usually filled with vibrant activities, families and friends come together for feast, music, and heartfelt bonding. Ghanaians are marking the day with church services, community outreach, and acts of kindness to the less fortunate. We'll take you to various regions to capture the festive spirit and explore how Ghanaians are embracing the season of love and giving. First, though, President Akufo-Addo has called on the security forces to take a firm stance against any act of violence that threatens the peace and stability of the country following the 2024 general elections. In his final Christmas message to Ghanaians, the outgoing president stressed that the peace of the nation is sacred and must never be compromised for political ambition.
Nevertheless, also condemn in no uncertain terms the unnecessary acts of violence that have tarnished an otherwise exemplary democratic exercise. Let us never forget that seeking power is not a call to arms, but rather a call to service. Those who might contemplate using violence to achieve their aims know this: our nation's peace is sacred, and it will not be sacrificed on the altar of ambition. The rule of law will prevail, no matter what. I urge the security services to take a firm stance against any actions that threaten the stability and harmony of our land. Let us ensure that every election deepens our democracy and fortifies our unity. As the saying goes, peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. Let us embrace this wisdom as a guiding principle in our journey forward. As we gather around our tables to share meals, let us think of those who make our celebrations possible. The security personnel standing guard so we may celebrate in safety. The health workers caring for the sick. The farmers and fisher folk whose labor feeds our families. Let us also remember those who are less fortunate, and may our prayers and actions bring them comfort and renewal in the year ahead. My fellow Ghanaians, having come to the end of my lawful tenure as president and preparing to step into the next chapter of my life, I leave you with this thought: Ghana is a nation destined for greatness. Let us protect her peace, cherish her unity, and nurture her promise. Together, guided by the light of hope and the spirit of love, we can achieve extraordinary things.
Now, President-elect John Mahama has shared a heartfelt Christmas message with Ghanaians, expressing gratitude for the trust reposed in him to lead the country and outlining his vision for a prosperous and inclusive Ghana. In his statement, Mahama highlighted the season's essence as one of hope and renewed inspiration, drawing parallels between the birth of Jesus Christ and the values of compassion and service. Now, on your screens now is the Christmas message from the President-elect, and it says that as we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ and the values he lived in his own life, I wish to thank the good people of Ghana for bestowing on me the opportunity to serve you as your president, the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. I wish to also reaffirm my determination to build a nation that works for all, a prosperous and democratic state anchored in the principles of freedom, justice, accountability, and equal opportunities for all, with a very big Merry Christmas from President-elect to you Ghanaians. Now, moving on, Vice President and the 2024 NPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahama Dubamia, has also on his social media page, taken to social media page to share a festive message with Ghanaians. And the post also reads, quote, "Wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas," with a very beautiful photo with that message on your screen now. President-elect John Mahama has expressed his deep passion for farming, stating that it remains central to his life and will be his primary focus upon retirement. During a visit to his farm in Yape and Bosunu in the Savannah region, he shared insights into his agricultural pursuit and his long-term plans. The former president, who has diversified into crop farming and livestock, showcased his growing agricultural enterprise.
It's been a busy weekend for me. All over the Savannah area, farmers are busy because the fires have started. And if you don't get your crops in quickly, the bushfires will burn them. So we're harvesting soybean and maize on this farm. Yellow maize for the poultry industry, and then soybean. We supply our maize and soybean directly to Esuchari farms where they do poultry. Earlier we were on the livestock farm. We started with the goats and the small ruminants, and we started with 300 of them. Right now they've increased to almost 500. We have another 200 animals, and we started just a few months ago, and so it's looking positive. We're going to add the other sheep and then also eventually cattle. And so we're doing livestock, and then we're doing crops. One of the major problems we had this year, especially with the crops, is the drought that occurred. After we planted, the rain came to a stop. It stopped raining, and so after germination, we had a problem with the maize and the soybean being able to take root. Luckily, we have some irrigation equipment here on the farm. We have 3 sets of irrigation equipment. So we rolled them out, and that is what has saved part of the crop. But we lost about 40% of the crop. We were able to save only about 60%. We'd have harvested more this year, but unfortunately, the drought happened. So what we're looking to do is to go totally under irrigation. We have a small river over there, and we've drilled 5 boreholes, which are very productive. And so next year, we're going to use a pivot system so that we can have enough water for irrigation. And it will allow us to do 2 crops instead of 1 crop a year. We have equipment, different kinds of equipment. They're working well, but after sales service is a problem. A lot of the dealers sell you the equipment, but once you buy the equipment, sometimes you can't get the parts, spare parts. And so what we need to do is to standardize the equipment and make sure that anybody who's selling agricultural machinery in Ghana is able to offer the farmers after-sales service. Because right now is the harvest time. One of our combined harvesters is down and they don't have the parts. They have to order them from outside. If we say we're waiting for them to bring the parts from outside, by the time the parts come, bushfire would have finished this crop. Happily, one of our neighbors has a good combine harvester, and that is what you saw me riding. We have hired it from him to come and help us, to be able to harvest all the crops before the fires come in. And that's why I believe that we must have farmer service centers where we have specialized agencies repairing and operating the machinery.
President-elect there sharing his retirement plans. It's good to know. But it's Christmas, and guys, I am excited to take a tour around the country with you. And I'm privileged to start with the land of my birth, very biased, the Volta region. And I'm connecting with my colleague, Ivy Setoji. Ivy, Merry, Merry Christmas to you and yours. What's happening in the Volta region? Hi, Ivy. Please unmute and share the Merry with us.
Okay, yes. So a lot is happening. As you can see, I am at the church. We just closed from a church service, and people are getting ready to go to their various homes and celebrate the Christmas. I am also trying to get to other places to see what exactly is happening. So right here in Ho, I am at the Global Evangelical Church, Kabakaba Hills in Ho, where we just finished a church service. A lot of people, because it's Wednesday, a lot of people prefer to go to the markets, the shops, to shop, and then wait for evening to go out to celebrate. There are lots of parties in town today, starting from 6 p.m. Some have already started. And so right now I came to church with my family, so I'm going back home and go to the market and get something to prepare for my children, and so we can go back to town and also celebrate. So there's a lot ongoing today as we celebrate the birth of Christ.
Perfect. And Ho, it's not surprising that it's the Global Evangelical Church, a very popular church in Ho and even the Volta region as well. But Ivy, you though, what are you cooking today with your family?
Okay, so my children, my two sons, they love to eat jollof, so they want to prepare jollof with chicken and beef salad and all that. So we did some shopping yesterday, though. But personally, I'm a typical Anglo woman, so I will always go for my work plate and a bobitadi.
What is Christmas without
my
a
children will go for their exactly.
So I mean, what's the highlight of the message in church that you like to share with people?
We have the pastor's wife gave the message. She said the Christians should always have faith in the Lord, especially when you are going through challenges, emotional trauma, anything you are going through that you think is difficult, knowing very well that Christ was born today and he also died on the cross should give us that faith, that encouragement that there is life and we should depend solely on him, knowing that in his time he makes all things beautiful.
Perfect. And so right after church, you're going to the market. And as you said, it's a weekday. It's quite a different kind of Christmas. Yes. It's not a Sunday. But does the ambience, does the mood really feel like Christmas? Do you breathe Christmas? Are you smelling Christmas in the air?
Yes, Christmas is in the air here. Yesterday when I went to I couldn't go to the market early enough. So I went there around 5 to 6 and I saw a lot of people in the market buying. I couldn't get a lot of things to buy. So I'm going back to the market to see. Trust me, when I was coming from the house today, I saw a lot of people going to the market. Some were in the shops and some were also coming to church. So today in the Volta region, especially, there are lots going on. And yes, of course, Christmas is in the air. And when you go to the southern part of the Volta region, especially where I come from, Anroga, Anroa, Tedaniba Way area, you see that a lot of people are preparing for the Christmas. They are in churches, and some of them are in the beaches. You know, Keta, we have beautiful beaches in Keta.
Yeah.
So in the afternoon, late afternoon, you see a lot of people going to the beach to relax with their families and loved ones. So yes, there is Christmas in there.
All right. Thank you so much, Ivy. It's just a perfect time. Merry Christmas and stay well. Now, it's just a perfect time to go to our neighbors, the OT region, where my colleague Peter Senu is also joining us from KJB. Now, Peter, Merry Christmas. And which one of the churches are you joining us from? Can you hear me? And if you can hear me, do unmute, please.
Assemblies of God Church, where they are having their...
I seem to hear the church members louder than my colleague. Peter, can you hear me? Right.
I can hear you now. I can hear you
Oh,
now.
that's a beautiful church. It's a place I want to be. Tell me what's going on. And which one of the churches are you?
Yes, I'm currently at the Holy Ghost Center, Assemblies of God Church, KJB, here in the OT region, where they are having their Christmas service. But I have the head pastor here with me who want to share a few message with his congregants and other fellow followers. Yeah, I have the head pastor, Reverend Dr. Stephen Kwame Afre, with me. Good morning and welcome to Joy News.
Good morning, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. Today's service, what is the message for the service? How is it for you?
Yeah, in fact, it's good news because our Lord Jesus Christ was born into this world about 2,000 years ago, and we are here this morning to celebrate his birth.
And so, exactly that, but I see some packages on the ground here. Who are they going for, and what are we doing with them?
The packages, because we are celebrating, we are giving it to the vulnerable, the widows, the aged, and then also the needy. We want everybody to have a bite today to celebrate as we celebrate the birth of Christ.
We also know that a member of your church has been elected as the president of the republic. How is that tying in to the celebration for you?
It's all part of the celebration. It's all part of the celebration because my church member is not the president of the country, and we are praying with him, celebrating, and we are very, very happy for this elevation as the president of the Republic of Ghana.
MFA, that's it. But if time will allow me quickly, let me speak to some other members of the church who may want to share a few messages with us. I have another pastor here. Pastor Kweli, good morning and welcome to Joy News.
Good morning.
How is the season going for you like?
Great joy. Because Christ has been taken away, and today you have a great light. So we are no more walking in darkness, we are walking in the light of Christ, where greater things are ahead of us to come.
Sure, greater things are ahead of us. Let me speak to a few more members of the church. A while ago, they were celebrating dancing. One senior citizen, Mr. Ababio, good morning and welcome to Joy News. How is the season going for you like? Can you please speak out for us?
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Good. The year is coming to an end, and everybody here is happy because no one has had any difficult time during the year. So I think it is by the grace of God, we are very happy.
I know you have celebrated Christmas over and over again. Looking at the time you celebrated yours and now, would you say we have gone digital with the celebration than those days when we used to play in the sand, erect Christmas tents and all that?
Well, everything is changing, and we have to go abreast with the times. So I think this time is quite different from what used to be, because the times are changing, and so I think that is the order of the day.
Sure. So MFA, that is it here from the Holy Ghost Center Assemblies of God Church here in KJB in the OT region. In fact, the Children's Corner is also here. If time will allow, what do you have to say? Any word to your friends out there?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So the children are saying Merry Christmas to everyone. So that is it from our Holy Ghost Center, Assemblies of God Church. In fact, what you see here now are some packages to be given to the needy and the church at large. So maybe the cooking, the real cooking, I will start in the afternoon where we may want to join them in their various homes to make feast and make merry for the season. The MFR.
We'll definitely come to you at some point. It's a long day for us and a great celebration. Thank you so much, Peter, for bringing us how the mood is happening in Oti region. And Merry Christmas to you, Peter, and your family. Now let's go all the way to the Upper East region, where my colleague Albert Sorry is connecting with us and telling us how the Upper East people are celebrating Christmas. Albert, Merry Christmas to you. What's happening in Upper East?
In the Upper East region, we have the market day, which comes every 3 days. But because of Christmas, every day for the last 2 days looks like a market day. The streets are very busy every time you step into town. I am yet to step into town this morning because I went for a late event yesterday, and I didn't wake up very early today. But that's the mood across the Upper East region here. A lot of people will also take advantage to visit their families, spend time with them. We are expecting that those our brothers and sisters who have traveled to other parts of the country, a lot of them are also coming home for the Christmas. So it's a very busy mood. There are also some events going on across the region at various places, kids' parties, places where the adults can also hang out. We have 2 big events coming up. We have the Miss Upper East pageant. We also have, of course, we also have Upper East Music Awards, which is also coming up this Christmas period. So it's a very busy time for the people in this region.
Well, Albert, so are people traveling from one point to the other? And I'll ask you because during the elections, we had a conversation and we saw how people were escorted and all of that to go and vote. Now, this is quite a religious ceremony, and I don't know whether people are traveling from one point to the other. And is the mood any different, especially because of the curfew in the Upper East region, particularly Boko? Is there anything different at all, or life is happening as normal?
Yes, so since the election, we haven't heard of any disturbances in Boko. Yesterday, I came across a press release where one of the groups in Boko was calling for tighter security measures as the Christmas approaches because they feel that the escorts that were being provided seem to have reduced or maybe even stopped after the election. And so they are calling for that. Apart from that, we haven't really heard of any major disturbances.
Okay.
Boko is a peculiar situation because of what is going on there. And so even when the town is calm, people still have to do whatever they are doing with caution because at any time, anything can happen. So that's the situation. People are traveling, of course. The only place where we have the security concern is Boko, which is just one municipality out of 15. So people are traveling to different parts of the region. People are even living.
Oh, did I lose Albert? But Albert, thank you for joining us from the Upper East. And if you can hear me at any point, please let us know who won the Miss Upper East region, okay? And do wish your families as well a Merry Christmas. Now let's go to the Western region where Eric Asante is joining a very special family. Take a look. Eric, what's happening in Takrady?
Well, MF, I'm sure you know the dynamics of Takrady very well. All roads leading to the oil city. For one thing, the anchors, as it's locally called, the various masqueraders getting ready for the biggest carnival to hit the oil city. I find myself here at the Ghana Secondary Technical School, one of the converging point for one of the groups known as Supreme. Supreme! 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 And I have this gentleman, he has traveled all the way from the USA just to come and celebrate Christmas here in Takoradi. What motivated you?
Hey, these guys have a lot of energy here, and this is the oil city, so we want to have fun and enjoy.
So were you here last year?
No, we were here 3 years ago.
So what are you expecting?
I'm expecting fun and excitement, and to make sure that people know that we love Supreme, love Takoradi.
So how different is Supreme from the various groups?
Well, I think Supreme is very classy, and I love that for them. And their uniform is very, very powerful than the other teams, other groups. Yeah. So that's the reason why I joined Supreme.
From Canada.
You're from Canada. You want to join me? You want to join me from? You are coming all the way from Canada.
Yeah.
To celebrate
This is our third time to be here.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great.
Canada.
How has the experience been so far for you, madam? Come closer.
It's very nice and enjoyment, and I'm so happy to be here again. This is my third time to come in here.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So Emekwa,
Yes.
I'm here in the Western region, specifically the oil city, the regional capital, Takoradi. All the bus stations, all the bus terminals, you see people trooping in, and there's one thing on their mind: to celebrate Christmas and celebrate it bigger than they've ever celebrated. So, that's what we can report here from the Western region, specifically the Ghana Secondary Technical School.
Eric, don't go yet. Don't go yet.
Yes,
and
I'm
so
here,
let's understand the route and let them start performing something, because I want to be in Takoradi. I want to feel. I want to see. I want to be with you. So whilst they get ready to prepare, let me know the route. I know that they're going to go through Ghana Secondary Technical or through. Are they going to hit to the market circle?
So the market circle is a conversion point for one of the carnivals. So there's Tadi first, and there's Made in Tadi here in the Western region. So dependent on the group's preference, most of them are here will be converging at the market circle for the biggest carnival to hit the oil city. Emepa, I'm sure you know the moves when it comes to anchors. I'll let Supreme perform one of their moves. So if listeners and viewers would just give me a few minutes. Supreme, one already. What my moves, Kakra? 1, 2, 3, encore. So very soon I'll make sure that our viewers get to. So Yanko, the move, Yanko. 1, 2, 3, Yanko.
We shall get them on pretty shortly. If you just joined us, you're joining us together with our colleagues. Perfect. Okay. You're just joining us across the country. We're gauging the mood in each region with our colleagues as well to see how they're celebrating the Christmas. And if you just joined us, you just missed what's happening in Takoradi. If you have anywhere to go, don't leave Takoradi out, as the biggest masquerade parade will be happening in Takoradi. But let's go to the Ashanti region. Let's go to the Ashanti region where is Nana Boachi joining me? All right, let's go to Emmanuel Bright-Kweku instead in the Ashanti region. Emmanuel, what's happening in Ashanti region?
Well, if I can say that a lot of things are happening in the Ashanti region. We are having a lot of series of activities that will be happening in the evening. But let me first give you a gist of what is happening. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to church.
Why not?
I had to stay home. So, the work is tiring sometimes. So I just overslept and couldn't make it to the morning service.
Okay.
This morning, we've had a lot of services happening in the various churches, the Methodist Church, the Presby Church, and all the other Orthodox and even charismatic churches in the Ashanti region. And so for the church service, some of them are still going and some of them are almost done with their church service. And so, but I have a family here with me to quickly interact with them and find out what the preparations for this Christmas is going to be like, whether or not, what they are going to prepare. And so they are just here. I know in the morning you are going to prepare something. I'm going to be then I'm on wine.
First, normal tea.
Okay.
Normal tea with bread, eggs with sausage.
Miss Mama is true. And who said Opaka is you are on our coin?
Market. Yeah, Kodija, the jollof rice, the chicken and some salad. The Yeah, but you're losing. So, Merry Christmas.
Mama and Lucy. Oh,
So, Merry Christmas.
Okay, sure. So I have the children also here. What do you have to say? What do you also have to say? Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas.
and a Happy New Year, right?
Yes.
All right, sure. Thank you very much. And to MFA, that's the a family. They are leaving for town. They tell me that for the activities for today, they are going to have. In the morning, they actually ate some breakfast, the English breakfast they call it, and then.
Wow,
they
English
rightly
breakfast in
mentioned
the
they are going
Ashanti
to the
region.
market.
Tell me about it.
I know, right? I know, right? So English breakfast, your normal tea, your eggs, some sausages, baked beans, some salad on the side, and bread and all of that. That's what they had for the morning. But in the evening, as you rightly mentioned, they are going to town. It has been a quite busy week at the market center, I should say. And we've had lots of people trooping to the market centers to shop for this particular festive season. Well, as she also said, although their party may have lost, but they still have to enjoy the moments for now. And so
by this, she means the NPP losing the elections?
The NPP losing the election.
Right.
You know, the NPP, the Ashanti region is the NPP's stronghold. And so for them, it doesn't matter. They are, as the chairman said, they are beginning their campaign right from January this year until they reclaim power in 2028. But for now, for the activities for the evening, we are having one of the biggest events that is happening. We call it the event of the year. We're having some of Ghana's greatest acts performing at the Ratri Park tonight. We're having the likes of Daji Lumba, we're having the likes of Kim Paluta and Blacko himself, the Kolongo man. We're having a whole lot of others, Wendy and others. And we understand that for the rest of the week, for the rest of the days, there's going to be a lot of activities from the night out, your event centers, your music concerts, and all of that. But I must be quick to add that as we speak, we are still having a sing-a-thon happening in the Ashanti region.
Oh, yeah, we almost missed out on that. How is it going? What's the support like?
At the Babara Sports Stadium. Well, from my personal observation, well, the support during the day is not so much like last year, where you see a lot of people trooping to the center to encourage her and sing during those times. But in the evenings, you have quite a number of people trooping to the Heroes Park at the Barbara Sports Stadium to cheer her on. But it's not so encouraging for me. That's what I observe. It's not so encouraging. So I'm just encouraging everybody out there to go out and then support our sister so she can break the record. We know last year, unfortunately, she couldn't make it. But this time,
finally, Emmanuel, before I let you go, I know that during Christmas there's a lot of cooking at home, and so people don't really purchase food at food joints, if I should describe it. Now, the popular meals like the queen and then the deer roll and all of that, do you see the vendors still, or because it's Christmas, everybody is eating at home?
Hey, MFA, no, it's very necessary.
Is it?
It must happen. It must happen. So when you go to these centers, they are still selling the fufu. You know, some people don't really like, even in the Ashanti, some people don't really like the rice. I am a rice person, but people don't really like the rice. They always will go in for the heavy food in the morning. So your abetia, that's the face, the wall, or kokonte, the fufu itself, the almighty fufu, they'll go for that with akante. And so this festive season, and there will be a lot of bush meat in the system. We haven't a lot of that. But for the kids, it's just going to be the normal rice. But for the impeyufu, I call them, the adults, and they will be eating the fufu, the banku, the queen, and the rest.
Okay, Emmanuel, a Merry Christmas to you and your family and everybody else in the Ashanti region. Now, let's go to the Techiman Central Market, Ghana's food basket, and talk to Anas Sabit on phone. Anas, Merry Christmas. What's happening in the Bronx region?
Quite unfortunate. The internet connection is down here, so we are unable to join via Zoom. However, I'm stationed currently in the Techiman Central Market. This is the largest food crop market in the South region, and of course, the market is busy and buzzing with trading activities. Quite unusual to see trading activities going on, especially on the Christmas Day, which is the 25th of December. Yesterday, I visited some bus terminals and witnessed quite a number of people traveling out to their various, villages and communities to celebrate the Christmas. So one will assume that the market wouldn't be packed as I am seeing this morning. But for the buyers and sellers who are here, on the part of the sellers, they want to take advantage of the festive season to make money from the various items we brought into the market. On the part of the buyers as well, this is an opportunity for them to also get the needed items so they move back home to celebrate the Christmas with their families and friends. Like I said earlier, it's quite unusual to see the market packed. But this is the Techiman Central Market, and of course, it is the commercial nature of the market that is making Techiman what it is today. And so I'm not surprised in a way, but people are actually taking advantage of the season to make money.
Well, Anas, and so I know that it is the food baskets, if not for the entire country, at least it spreads across. And during Christmas, a lot of people want to also cash in. They are either increasing the price and all. And you have said that many people are trooping in the market. What's the selling and buying like? Are people complaining the price have been hiked? Or people are relatively just buying because during season like this, they're ready to spend?
It's a mixed nature, So for some products, if you don't sell them within this season and it's over, it means you might be running at loss, particularly some specific Christmas, items. Those ones are currently, selling at quite a low price from the few inquiries I made. On the part of food items in its nature, the Techiman market is usually at its peak between Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. So most of the people who are here would want to, buy these items. We don't know how the market will look like tomorrow being the Boxing Day. But today, most of them who are coming in are getting what they are here for. And the traders I spoke with earlier are quite happy that even though they anticipated that the market is not going to be this busy, but coming in to meet the traders in their numbers means they are not going home empty-handed. So, the market, like I said, is buzzing, and that's quite positive for both these sellers who are here in their numbers and the buyers who would want to take advantage of the later.
Have you heard of any events at all happening later in the evening?
Lots and lots of events within town. Major amongst them, we have Kojoanchi, the music man, will be in town, I think, tomorrow at the Akina City Hotel. There are quite a number of events. I have passed through some churches before I got to the market. And almost all churches, the Roman Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, the Presbyterian Church, are all packed with people as well because it's Christmas Day and they are making merry, through, religious activities. But in terms of other events, like I said, we have key musicians coming in town. But the highest one I've spotted is the arrival of the music man, Kojoanchi, later tomorrow.
Right. What about you, finally, before I go? How are you spending your Christmas, the rest of the day?
Media people, we work on, or even on holidays, like you are in the studios right now. So we are still gauging. We are passing through town, gauging the situation to make sure that our listeners, our viewers, are informed when it comes to Christmas activities across town. So I'll be everywhere, through town to have a feel of how people are celebrating Christmas.
Thank you so much, Anasa. It's a Merry Christmas whilst you're at it. Thank you so much. Let's go to Precious Somerville as well, who is in Buno as well. Precious, Merry Christmas. How is it going in Buno?
Right, so Merry Christmas to you as well. And Buno region, it's picking up, I must say, especially gauging from yesterday up to this morning. Now, the interesting thing is that yesterday in Sunyani was supposed to have been the last market day before the Christmas, where everybody is expected to go to the market and do their last-minute purchases before the Christmas. But guess what? This morning, as I decided to come to town to gauge what is happening, it is amazing the number of people who are still in town doing last-minute purchases here in the central business district. As you can see, the market is actually packed. There's a gridlock here, I must say. Wow. You just can't go, you just can't come in. That is because people are trying to do their last-minute purchases, especially with the consumables, the vegetables. If you like vegetable like myself, you would want to come in and then get your vegetables this time. But talking about vegetables, let's get close to one vegetable seller who is getting a lot of market, people patronizing her businesses as at now, as you can see right here. Let me try to engage her now.
Victoria.
Victoria. So, Victoria,
we sell vegetables.
Vegetables, right?
Carrots, lettuce, cucumber, spring onion, cabbage, green pepper, and cauliflower, potato, beetroot, and garlic too.
So, business next.
Yes, please. Yes, it's going on well.
Okay.
As you can see, we are celebrating Xmas, so people are coming and people are buying things because of the Xmas.
And for you yourself, how is the Christmas shaping up for you?
Oh, it's good. Comparing this Xmas to the last year, this year is far better than last year, because last year we mastered a lot of things, but at the end of the day, we realized that we lost a whole lot. But this year, things are going on well, comparing to the...
So that is Victoria, they're selling a lot of vegetables, and I think believing that market good compared to last year. And they're expecting more to happen here. Last night, again, I was at a fast as around.
Oh, no. Oh no, the network in Brno just gave up on me, but at least you have seen and you've had a feel of what's happening in the country. Across the country, my colleagues have been bringing us how people are celebrating the Christmas or even preparing this morning to celebrate later in the day. You're watching Joy News Desk special edition on Christmas Day. How are you celebrating the Christmas? We'll be back shortly. Do stay. Welcome back to Joy News Desk, and time now for business. Now, it's the time of the year where celebrations and merrymaking fills the air. In this episode of Joy Business Shopping List, Helen Nakai Aye visited the Osu Oxford Street to gauge prices of items for your loved ones this Christmas and New Year. Take a look.
Hello, welcome to Joy Business Shopping List. Today, I'm here on the Osu Oxford Street to bring you some amazing gift prices you can get for that special someone this Christmas and the New Year. Follow me and let's get you the prices. Good afternoon, Madam Emilia. So would want you to take us through your packages, want to know the prices and then the items that we can get when we buy a package from you, so that we'll know our budget, you know, for the Christmas.
My things are ranges from 450 up to 3,500. The items you can find in is about breakfast items, and then maybe breakfast. I have the breakfast one, I have the alcohol, and then the rice and other things. Yeah.
So for example, this particular package here, what would I find and how much is it?
It's 900 cedis. You find rice and everything. Everything. You only need pepper, water, and then fire.
Then you have your food ready.
That's right.
Okay, so take us through some items.
This is for, I think, beverages, or if I may say breakfast. This one contains biscuits, chocolates, and then fruit juice. Yeah, so I may also say they are also for breakfast. Yeah.
So how has sales been like comparing this year and last year?
This year was very great, and I give thanks to God.
How are sales coming in?
Oh, so far business has been good. It's not bad. Yeah, it's good.
So I see that we have lots of amazing packages here for that special someone. So take us through how much you can get, how much our budget would be feasible for such a package, anyone, and let's know the price and the items in it.
Okay, so the gifts are not that expensive. I mean, with as low as 350 cedis, you can get something for that special someone. We have packages at 450, we have 550, we have 650 upwards. So with the 550, you get the 5 kg rice, the 1 liter Coke, we have champagne in there, we have mackerel, we have oil. I mean, there are lots of things. Yeah, I can't literally mention everything. It's a big package on its own. It's not too late. You can still come. Christmas just started. We'll be here till January. Come on. Yeah, New Year and everything.
So there you have it. These are the price range of these amazing gifts. You can get ranging from 350 to 1,000 and above. You just get the right price for your budget. I am Helen Nakai Ai for Joy Business.
That we all for Joy News Desk today. My name is Emefa Akosia Adeti, and on behalf of the Joy News Desk here, a Merry Christmas to you and many thanks for watching. May Bethlehem be your heart and may Christ be born in your heart. I'll see you at all for Joy News today.